ओम नमो ब्रह्मादिभ्यो ब्रह्मविद्या संप्रदायकर्तृभ्यो वंश ऋषिभ्यो महद्भ्यो नमो गुरुभ्यः। ओम निधये सर्वविद्यानां विषजे भवरोगिणां गुरवे सर्वलोकानां दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। यैरिमे गुरुभिः पूर्वं पदवाक्यप्रमाणतः व्याख्याताः सर्ववेदान्ताः तान् नित्यं प्रणतोऽस्म्यहम्। ॐ श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादं शङ्करं लोकशङ्करम्। ॐ समस्त ब्रह्म विद्या आचार्येभ्यो नमः। मंडूक महर्षे गौड़पादाचार्यवर्याय आद्य शंकर सद्गुरवे नमः। अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः। ओम अथ अथर्ववेदान्तर्गत माण्डूक्योपनिषत् शांति मंत्रः। ओम भद्रं कर्णेभिः शृणुयाम देवाः भद्रं पश्येमाक्षभिर्यत्राः स्थिरैरङ्गैः सुष्ठुवागुंसस्तनूभिः व्यशेम देवैतं यदायुः। स्वस्ति न इंद्रो वृद्धश्रवाः स्वस्ति नः पूषा विश्ववेदाः स्वस्ति नस्तार्क्ष्यो अरिष्टनेमिः स्वस्ति नो बृहस्पतिर्दधातु। ओम शांति शांति शांति। ओम अथ तृतीय प्रकरणम् अद्वैत प्रकरणम्। ओम यथा स्वप्ने द्वयाभासम स्पन्दते मायया मनः तथा जाग्रत द्वयाभासम स्पन्दते मायया मनः। अद्वयं च द्वयाभासं मनः स्वप्नेन संशयः अद्वयं च द्वयाभासो तथा जाग्रन्न संशयः। Saluting to the Lord and all our gurus, especially Karika Kara, Gaudapada Rishi, and also our Bhagavan Adi Shankar and Puja Gurudev, we are embarking into this inquiry. So, let Vyavahara go on, let all the dharma be practiced, let all the prarabdha giving sukha dukkha, let us go through, let us practice some of the beautiful values that are given. Let us also have our own upasanas to the Ishtadeva go on. Along with all of them, let us keep on slowly adding the knowledge of the Tattva also. Advaita Tattva. As this Advaita knowledge grows more and more, then slowly this should become a main goal of life. Slowly the other things, one by one, we can drop. Then finally, take up only this as a goal and the means, work out and reach out. So here, in that most serene atmosphere of the ashram in the banks of a river, this disciple, who is a highly qualified, totally detached from the world, now is asking the Guru and learning from the Guru as to how come the Dvaita Jagata, which is so substantially seen, experienced, is mithya or unreal, and how come the Advaita Atma alone is real. Now, pictorially you see it. Actually, what is Brahma, Tattva, what is everywhere is that Parabrahma only. Like what is there is H2O only. How many our drops of water you take? How many of the baltis of water you take? How many our rivers of water you take? How much of the ocean you take? It may appear in so many forms. Quantitatively, oceanic water is infinite, river water is so much, the water in the well is this much. कुछ भी आप इन सब बातों को करो, ultimately all of them are H2O or not. Remember, when you don't see H2O, you will see all this. When you see H2O, you don't see all this. Understand? In the same way, when you know Tattva, Atyanta Sukshma it is, only experienced on the seat of meditation, all the world gets wiped out. When you don't know the Tattva, suddenly all this comes. When you woken up, all the dream gone. When from the waking plane, when you try to enter sleep, suddenly from nowhere, Megavasanas, the dream world is projected. Remember? Remember? Sometime when you are so emotional, no, in your attachment to someone or concern someone. Do you remember your body? Do you remember your indriyas? No. Now try to imagine a life where throughout life somebody is emotional. Then he'll have no awareness of the Dehendriya. The moment he remembers Dehendriya, he comes to that level. And then he'll be only a bhogi, nidradu, no emotion at all in the mind. Imagine a person always in the query of knowing the things, intellectual. He is not concerned much about the body, much about senses. They're all scientists. Long time when he maintains his mind only in the intellectual inquiry, when he maintains himself, then all the lower things are not at all concerned about it. About which we are so much suffering. We are so particular about our sleeping, our food and all. That scientist not worried. लाए तो लाए नहीं लाए तो लाए भूख लगा तो मांगता है जो देते खा लेता है. अरे what is it? He is at that level. When he is at the intellectual level, Dehendriya Mana are not at all in value, in picture to him. Now, in the same, imagine the one who is in the pursuit of the self and experience the self. For him, the whole world is immaterial. It is no matter. It is not there. That's called liberation. That we have to, through Shruti Pramana, through the Yukti, through Upamana, by doing sadhana as indicated, we have to reach out to. Just like now, being the self, yet living as a body so realistically. At that ultimate level, we'll experience I am as a self, as a body, very vaguely. We live that also for minimum vyavahara required. That's liberation. That is where we have to achieve. That's called evolution. That's the final step. So that is achieved through all the process of listening from the Shastra, understanding, yukti, सब यूज करके फिर फाइनली साधना तो जरूर करना है. Remember, gross has maximum problems, subtle has less problems, causal has problem unmanifested, self has no problem at all. Gross has lot of problems, subtle has less problems. Causal nidra, no problem. You sleep, no problem. Problem to others because you snore. Self, no problem at all. And experience other. I am the self, all permeating. On me only, the whole world is superimposed. That's for a part of some work, not interested in that. Isn't it? That person who is in his own music learning. When he is invited for khana, he goes, eats, comes, again he is only on a tanpur or guitar or whatever. That poet who is reveling in that, just attend the things, comes back only into his poetry. That painter artist forgets hours together. The bhakta, in doing all his upasana to the Lord, forgotten the Lord. World only, it's not there to him. No human being, no people, no happening, nothing, not in world. So too a Atma Jnana pursuing person. Slowly when he comes out of all the clutches, truly experiences it, this world is not there. That is what Ekameva Dvayam Brahma, and that is me. And Neha Nana Asti Kinchana. Again, I am repeating for your second time listening and understanding. The grass, if you think it is there, it is there. But once it is there, it will bind you. The subtle, as long as you think it is not there, though it is there, it is not appearing. The moment you start thinking about the subtle and reduce your thinking about the gross, it goes away along with all its problems. And you choose to remain only in that subtle Atma level, then there is no Dehadi, Jivadi, Anatmadi, Dvaitadi to bind us. So, remaining in the same world through Shastra and logic, we come to know what is real, what is unreal. All this appears real but not real. The reality doesn't appear, but that alone is final real. And I got conviction about it through the logic of Shastra. Now I am the seat of meditation. On the seat of meditation at the deepest level, when I percolate inside, then I am touching that my own true self. The moment I touched it, from that standpoint, when I see, अरे यार जहां भी देखो वही तो है. I am there in the speech, I am there in the audition, I am there in the looks, I am there in my touch, I am everywhere there in me. Same that I consciousness is there in everything and being. Every animal, plant, human, whatever they are doing, smelling, tasting, touching, because of the one self behind, which is me. This is called Advaita Anubhuti. We'll study that text. I think Telugu में ही करूँगा मैं हूँ. Because Shankara's literature we are doing. After Laghu Vakya Vritti, we'll do Laghu Vakya Vritti, then Advaita Anubhuti something. Now the question comes from Maya, because of Maya, on Advaita Paramatma, the Dvaita Jagat is superimposed. Up to this, the Purva Pakshi accepted. Now he says how it is happening, what's the process? The process is this one, which started from the mantra number 29. Listen carefully. I'll explain the mantra. Bhasha is seen. We go ahead. Yatha swapne dvaya bhasam smandate maya mana. Remember. Like in the dream, which is what is waking mind only. Got spandita and appearing as dvaya, which is abhas. Why the dvaya in the dream is an abhasa? Because the dream in which the dvaita is there is not permanent. Then you are waking up. The moment you wake up, you know waker mind, in which all the dvaita which was seen in the dream is not real. If it is not real, then seen, then what is the relation? Abhas. Means appearance. Abhasa means appearance. So all Dvaita that is there in the dream is an Abhasa and one Advaita Mana, waking Mana. In the same way, entire waking, dream, deep sleep, gross, causal, subtle, individual and total, small or big. How many number of things you may see, all of them are the Abhasa on my own real essential self. तो मन के आभास से सारा स्वप्न बना. So too on the Paramatma only all this abhasa. So tatha jagrat dvayabhasa spandate maya manaha. We exhaustively explained there. The entire duality is a spandana in the mana. That manaspandana is because of the adat of the mana. The manaspandana is because of the vasana samskaras. Manaspandana because continuously the indriyas are pouring to the mind various perceptions. Manaspandana is Dvaita Jagat. When the spandana of the mana goes away, please remember the Dvaita Jagat gone just like in sleep. But sleep is not realization. That will be discussed next 4-5 shlokas exhaustively. So in this shloka, what I said, yatha jagrata yada swapne dvayabhasam spandate maya manah tata jagrat dvayabhasam api spandate maya manah. So because of the inexplicable force or power called maya, there in our subtle equipment called as mind, there is spandana, because of which the abhasa of the two-ness has happened. Two-ness is that way, not real. It's only manaspandana. Mana only is becoming two. The seer and seen. What is dvaya? Jnata, jneyam, knower and known. Object and subject. Aham and idam. Now, a question came, Mano Brahmacha iti Karana Dvayam. There is mind also, Brahman also. So there are two Karanas are there for the Jagatu. Tarhi Dvaitasya Svikrutam iti Ashankya Uchate. Therefore, you have taken up the acceptor, the Dvaita, your Advaita is gone. That's how the Purvapakshi is putting a question. The Guru gives answer, Advayam Chadvayabhasam Manah Swapnena Samshayaha Advayam Chadvayabhasam तथा जागरण संशय. इंटरेस्टिंग पॉइंट कि रज्जु रूपेण सर्प इव परमार्थता आत्मरूपेण अद्वयम सत्. First main sentences you understand. The comparing about what is in the example and what we have to understand through example. Example is what? Rajju rupena sarpaha iva. लाख कोशिश करो, लाख बातें करो, you may write books and volumes about the snake and its color, its texture, its all the things, all of that never makes the snake as the rope, never makes the rope disappear. Whatever you talk, it is rope only. Rajju rupena sarpaha iva. So Rajju alone is seen but named as sarpa. So to Paramarthatha Atma rupena advayam sat. The Advaya Atma is Sat, the absolute truth, Paramartha Rupena. Paramartha Rupena means absolutely seen. The non with dual, one without second self alone is real. No, Dvaya Bhasam Manaha Swapnena Samshayaha. No, the Dvaya Abhasa is in the Mana, in the Swapna. About this, there is no doubt. Every day we are seeing. Means what? Whatever there in the dream, as Dvaya, the real Dvaya is not there, it is Abhasa. First understand the example of the dream. Why do you say ki the dream mein the seer and seen, knower and known are Abhasa? Two reasons for it. One reason is what? In the Swapna, when you see the elephant or camel, they have not come. Second is what? Both the seen elephant in the dream, seer of that elephant, this dreamer, both of them are only Vijnana Matra, means illuminate consciousness, illuminated thoughts only. One thought is the Ahamruti, another thought is the Idamruti. That's it. Is it not? Therefore, your mind only appeared as two because in the scene elephant or hathi or ant also same mind is there. In I who is seeing that also is the mind. That way दोनों मन के आभास दिखाया गया है. Dvayabhasam. So one mana only is appearing as two. Therefore, one in the dream, the appearance of Dvaya is Abhasa. Therefore, the dream world completely is Abhasa. Only one mind in the dream appearing as the dreamer and whatever the world he sees. Only appearing, it's an Abhasa. Because really the things can never enter and both of them are same category. Both are thoughts only. ये बताया राज्य रूपेण सर्पैव परमार्थद आत्मरूपेण अद्वयं सत् द्वयाभासं मनः स्वप्ने न संशयः. एग्जांपल नहि स्वप्ने हस्ति आदि ग्राह्यं ग्राहकं वा चक्षुरादि द्वयं विज्ञान व्यतिरेकेण अस्ति. विज्ञान मीन थॉट्स हियर, बोथ आर थॉट्स ओनली. जाग्रदवि तथा एव इत्यर्थः. इन द जागृत आल्सो you may see little difference in Jagrata than Swapna. That of little Stulata. But all that Stula also will have to experience at the mind level only. And in the mind only, both the experiencer, experienced are there. They were just like Swapna Jagat, both the, even Jagrat Jagat also, Mana appearing as two, seer me and seen me. In pure reality, neither Mana nor the abhasa of the Dvaita of the Mana, they were nor the knower known duality. So what is happening here? These gurus who are speaking all that, they have to do all the variety of sadhanas which will be told in the future, have transcended, not only giving importance to the Dvaita Jagata, but the reality given to that also. Therefore, they could reach to a state of experience where they know truth is self, all untruth, all the dualities, untruth, it's only abhasa. That's a very sublime thing. Huh? Be alert. Try to catch this point. This is a very essential thing. Very essential. If you catch this one, you are understanding Vedanta. How much ever solidly, substantially you see the word of duality itself is abhasa. The Dvaita itself is abhasa. In the self which is never becoming anything, nor differentiated into knower and known. In the same way. So, Jagratavi tathaiva ityartha paramartha sat vijñātmātra avisheshātu. So, the Swapna Jagat, whether it's a Swapna Purusha or Swapna Jagat, both of them are one mind only, That mind is the illuminated mind, Vijnana Matraha, and that is Paramartha Sat for the Swapnavastha. In the same way, whether it's a Swapna or Jagrat, the Paramartha is one without second, Paramatma only. Now the question, Rajju Sarpavato Vikalpana Rupam Dvaita Rupena Manaha Eva iti Uktam. Tatra Kim Pramanam iti. Again, Rajju Sarpavata Vikalpana Rupam Dvaita Rupena Mana Eva iti Uktam. Like when I see the rope, snake, the snake scene also is my own manokalpana. And I am seeing the snake and getting afraid also my manokalpana. दोनों मेरे मन में ये कल्पित द्वैता. Whereas the Advaita is the rope there. One without reality is the rope which is one without second. Now, when it is said, Rajju Sarpavat Vikalpana Rupam Dvaita Rupena Manaha Eva Ityuktam. Therefore, entire Dvaita is Manovikalpa. For that, Pramana kya hai? When he is asked, Anvaya Vyatireka Lakshanam Anumanam. By a process of Anvaya Vyatireka, it is proved. What is proved? The Dvaita is Mano Abhasa. And what is Mana? The Maya at play. What is Paramatma? Who is beyond Dvaita of the Mana. Why? In him, the Mana which is creating Dvaita. For the appearance of Mana, what is required as Maya is also not there. Mano drishyamidam dvaitam yatkinchit sacharacharam manaso hi amani bhave dvaitan naivopalabhyate. Mano drishyamidam dvaitam yatkinchit sacharacharam manaso hi amani bhave dvaitam naivopalabhyate. This is what very clear, very important. This sorts out lot of our doubts, lot of our half knowledges. And already gained little knowledges, they become convinced and confirmed in this shloka. If you that attentively listen, what is that? Idam dvaitam mano drishyam. Idam dvaitam yat kinchit sacharacharam. So yat kinchit, whatever it is there in the form of chara and achara, mobile and immobile, in that also living and non-living, all this dvaitam which is called idam mano drishyam. It is only drishya chitri kruta and the mana. How? Manasaha amani bhave. When the mind ceases to be the mind, the entire dvaita na upalabhyate eva, it is not seen at all. The mana ceases, dvaita is not there. If the dvaita is independent of the mana, it is its own self remaining. When the mana becomes laya or amani bhava, the dvaita should continue. When the mana is there, the dvaita is there. When the mana is not there, dvaita is not there. Therefore, what you have to understand, only the entire dvaita is mano drishyam. On the mana only it is imagined. That's what is the power of this shloka. So what is the anvaya vyatirekatva in that? The anvaya vyatirekatva is that anvayatva is what? Whenever the mana is there, then only the dvaita is there. What is vyatireka? Whenever there is no mana, there is no dvaita. Therefore, what is the conclusion of both of them? All dvaita is mano drishyam, mano kalpitam. Whenever mind is there, dvaita. Whenever mind is not there, there is no dvaita. Therefore, where is all dvaita? In the mana only. What is paramarthataha? Where you transcend mana also, there is no chance also of even dvaita. There is one homogeneous, one without second. What a powerful knowledge it is. That is told in the Bhashya. We'll see the same thing. Very good. Katham tena hi manasa katham. Katham is a point. Katham is how you are explaining that everything is manovayam, the dvaita, not reality. Because tena hi manasa vikalpamanena drishyam, mano drishyam. Idam dvaitam sarvam manaha iti pratignya. So, tena hi manasa vikalpamanena drishyam, mano drishyam. In the mana only, because of the spandana, there is a vikalpa happening. Therefore, the world is manifested. Idam dvaitam sarvam mana iti pratignya. Therefore, on the mana, without mana, the Dvaita cannot be there, because in the sleep mana is not there, Dvaita is not there, therefore Dvaita is imposed only on mana iti pratignya. How? Tad bhave bhavatu, tad abhave abhavatu. When the mana is there, world of plurality is there. Mana is not there, it is not there. Therefore, where is the plurality Dvaitam? In the mind. So, manaso hi amani bhave. So the third, fourth line. Beautiful. This whole sadhana is this one. When the mana ceases to be the mana, how do you achieve that, sir? Niruddhe, viveka, darshana, abhyasa, vairagabhyam. These are the things that is to be achieved. What are the things to be achieved? Viveka darshana, where you are thoroughly able to discriminate, go deep into the inquiry. Or second one is what? Niruddhe vairagyabhyasam. Like in the Yoga Shastra said, the chitta vritti nirodha achieved through vairagya and abhyasa. Viveka dwara also you reach to one substratum self. All the dvaita goes away. All the mind goes away. So through viveka vairagya, when the chitta nirodha is done, abhyasa vairagya, when chitta nirodha is done, or through the viveka, when the self is apprehended, in both cases, first thing disappears is mana. When the mana is not there, there is no jagat. So manaso amani bhave dvaitam naiva upalabhyate. This is the main sentence. When the mana ceases to be the mana, only mana should go away. But when the mana ceases to be mana, whole dvaita is also going away. Like in our Prashna Upanishad yesterday we chanted, or maybe today we have not yet chanted, it will come in third or fourth Prashna. Just like the queen bee is lifting and going, all the bees follow. So in us, when the Mukhya Prana is going away, all other pranas also seeming to go away, Indriyas. What is proves? The Mukhya Prana alone is expressing through Indriyas for the Vyavahara. In the same way, Manaspandana is creating Dvaita. That is why, as long as the mind and Spandana are there, Dvaita Jagati is there. When the Mana becomes Amani Bhava, Dvaitam na upalabhyate. That is what he is saying. So, Tad Bhave Bhavatu, Tad Abhave Abhavatu. Means, Manasaha Amani Bhave means Niruddhe. How? Viveka Darshana Abhyasa Vairagyabhyam. When the Mano Nirodha is done by either of these practices, one nirodha is Viveka Darshana. In the Viveka Darshana, you just go into the substratum of thing that you will find to be Satchidananda Paramatma. At that level, mind is not there. Second is what? Abhyasa Vairagya. When you have total Vairagya for the world and you develop the Abhyasa to do the Nirodha of the Chitta, what is achieved? There is no Manasa, that is called Amani Bhava. That time what is happening? Rajvamiva sarpe layam gate न वा सुषुप्ते द्वैतम नैव उपलभ्यते इति अभावात् सिद्धम द्वैतस्य असत्वम इत्यर्थः. मन का अमनी भाव स्थिति को आप पहुंचाओगे, not only the mind is disappearing, but whole Dvaita is disappearing. Therefore, where is Dvaita? In the mana. So, Darshana, Viveka, Niruddha is achieved through Viveka Darshana or Abhyasa Vairagya. When through that the self is apprehended, Rajvamiva Sarpe Layam Gate. Just like the perception of the Rajju, the Sarpa dissolves. In the same way, Sushupte Dvaitam Naiva Upalabhyate. Another example is what? In the Nidra also, Dvaita is not there because the Mana is not there. So in the Samadhi Avastha, in the Sushupti Avastha, in the Murcha Avastha, Mana is not there, therefore Dvaita is not there. In the Jagrata Avastha, in the Swapna Avastha, Dvaita is there because mind is there. Mind is there, therefore Dvaita is there. Please understand, the Dvaita is in the mind because of Spandana in the mind. The mind, its presence in the Spandana of the mind, subsequent creation of the world of plurality has nothing to do with the self beyond and behind. This is what. Matlab, I remaining as a self, in the ignorance of myself, called as the Maya Shakti, from which came the Mana. In the Spandana of the Mana, entire world of multiplicity is there of every type and every cadre. Just like in dream. In the absence of I am waker mind, I am the waker mind, the dream mind is projected entire thing and all that Dvaita of the dream, nothing but Manaspandana. Is it not? In the dream, you have living and non living things and beings. You also have the people, you have the interactions, you have all the emotions, you have all the businesses, successes, failures. याद रखना ये सब सपने में होते हैं. In Swapna, you see a ocean, you see a sky, you see lot of clouds on the sky also. In the ocean, you see huge tides and waves. You may see whales and seals or sharks. In Swapna, you will see the patri under the train is moving with so many coaches in that. In Swapna, you will see the flight taking off. In Swapna, you can see all of them together. The flight is going there in the Akasha, and there is a boat moving in the ocean, and on the track, the train is moving. Again, on the main road, so many buses, lorries are going, and in the service road, the human beings, buffaloes are moving. You can see that. Then as the movement happens, suddenly a market, a town comes. In the town, the hustle and bustle of the town. In the dream, you can see a school, a children came out at that time only. You can see a marketplace. या कोई weekly market वहाँ लगा हुआ है. What can't you see in the dream? And as you're walking in the dream, suddenly it becomes night. Then you look at watch in the dream. You say late हो गया अभी जल्दी घर जाना है. Then you take some vehicle, and while you are going back, suddenly either बिजली गई or even the rain came, or there is a ditch and you fell there and चोट भी लगा. And with all that limp leg, you went home. Then the wife asked, क्या हो गया? You say, I fell there. Then she does all massage. Pain is getting reduced. Everything you will see in dream. All that is mind only in many forms, no? Manaspandana is the Dvaita of so many varieties. Main Dvaita is what? I am the knower, experiencer, and the world is known and experienced. And in the known and experienced, as I listed out now, so many things will happen. There is a Kala, there is a Desha, there is a Vastu, there is a Vyakti, there is the Paristiti, there is the Anubhava. When the Vastus are there, they have qualities, variety of them, and there is a Janma of the Vastus, there is a modification in them. You can see in the dream only, very hot summer, you will see half of the kela are burnt because of the heat. जैसे समर में होता है, इतनी गर्मी होती है, पकने से पहले वो जो है सड़ जाते हैं. Some places. Why I am giving the example is to analyze that in the dream, such a huge world exactly like the waking only is seen. Nothing is missing. Only missing is what? In the Jagrat, it appears Stula. In the Swapna, it's a Sukshma, only at the thought level. But all is mind. One question is what? When you wake up, the Swapna Purusha is मन का ही एक आभास है ना? And in that Swapna Purusha, as I listed out, the flight, the jahaj, हवाई जहाज, पानी जहाज, पटरी वाला train, everything is mind only, no? In the same way, what we have to realize on the seat of meditation, both first by the intellectual understanding, second by being absolutely sakshi to all that, ki just like in the dream, in the waking also, the entire world is manomatram and abhasamatram. In the entire world, the Dvaita. To this an extent, this body is also an object in my mind. How much ever solid it will appear, how much ever it has got its own age, how much ever according to age it's going through modification, and during those modification process, some बाल गिर गए या दांत टूट गए या ओल्ड एज आया, सेलिनिटी हुई और some बीमारी हुआ. All these which is so solidly we are seeing, saying, experiencing, including the pains of those things and the feeling of insult when somebody says, "आप बूढ़े हो गए हो." All that is in mind only. This is what we have to discover. By shaking away our lethargy and by shaking away all the acceptances which were done without thinking. I am a body is a thought. That I am is a consciousness. So the consciousness illuminating the mind. In the mind, there is a thought called as body. Therefore, I am a body is only a thought. Without the mind, even you can't be aware of the deha. But as we are million times saying, it's only like the drunkard, cigarette smoker, they only give importance to the cigar and drink, and little pleasures come out of it. Therefore, they never understand the aspects of the pure air or the health or saving of money or non-irritation of the children or wife at home. ये सब देखेगा ही नहीं वो, क्योंकि वो फंसा हुआ है उस दार में. In the same way, with the indriyas, with the deha, in the bhaudika sukha, we are so much caught up that the real fact that all these are in the mind, we are not even trying to know. And the one who in this way through inquiry comes to the mind level and understands everything is a mind, for him the entire gross world along with its problem disappears, ceases to exist. They live at the subtle level. They do all vyapara as we do. They use the hands, legs, everything. But for them, the hands and legs, everything are like the dream only, that the mind only in those forms. Like for us, it is very solid. For us, we are lifting a lota. For them, the thought of the lota is lifted. The lifting the lota also is a thought. Even higher when they go, it is pure consciousness only, working as a hand, working as a lota, and working as lifting the lota from one place to the other. This is called realization. That sukshmati sukshma anubhava we come to only when we come to sukshma level first. The sukshma level we come to when we devalue the sthula. When we are so much identified with sthula, you can never become sukshma. Just like too much identified with the waking plane, you can't enter into dream. Even dream, if the experience is very subtle, solid and strong, you can't enter into sleep. Sleep means absence of the entire world created in the mind. So, what is sadhana? To understand the gross is nothing but the grossification of the subtle in the absence of understanding of the subtle. Then understand and live at the level of subtle. Cease to have the gross in your life. From the subtle, go to the subtlemost. Without Chaitanya Paramatma, nothing can exist, nothing can get modified, nothing can have any of its values, no action can be done in that, no possibility is there in that. Therefore, all of that is what? Act Paramatma only. Therefore, Dvaita is not real. Paramatma only is in that form. Don't say that Dvaita real to the extent the Paramatma is forgotten. So the one who sees Pushpam and in that flower, the one who can see the Chaitanya Paramatma, he is the visionary. That's why all the fruits, flowers are offered at the feet of the Lord. To say that, though it is seen as a drishya to me, though it is seen as a bhogya vastu to me, but I have discovered the self alone is in that form. It's a beauty in the form of flower and fruit, and the flower's fragrance and the taste of the fruit. There is a special appearance. It's only to add to the joy to me who is already the self. Not that I become the seer of the fruit and phala and pushpa and the desirer of the patram pushpam or pushpam phalam and become samsari with that. Actually, there is no fruit or flower. Therefore, if you try to see the fruit and flower and create a desire for it, you will be bound. That's what the bondage. Therefore, a jnani sees the world of flowers and fruits, but only as a self. Therefore, you will never have the imagination that the fruit and flower is real. Therefore, no desire comes in him. Therefore, he is never attached. He remains only as drashta of everything, that the Lord only appearing in this form. He understands that the whole world is projection on the self by the mind prompted by the Maya. In that knowledge, by hundreds of times listening, contemplating, he established. Like every professional person, by practicing that profession for so many times, gets established in that. He may be a professional saver called as police, a professional killer called as terrorist. This is called sadhana. And this has to be done. You can't do that without the clear understanding, and mere understanding will never give us experience without doing. In the class, the understanding is given. In the whole life, you have to keep on as a sadhaka. 24 hours, only these two practices. Entire world is in the mind. Mind is also nothing but Paramatma unseen. Come to the mind level, the world dissolves. Discover the self, the mind dissolves. At the time of expression, Paramatma only, because his Maya Shakti through the mind, because of Spandana, is appearing of the world, whether it is gross in the waking or subtle in the dream. With all its multitude, where Vyaktis are there, Vastus are there, Vishayas are there, their Rupas are there, Gunas are there, Kriyas are there, Karmas are there, the Phalas are coming, then Phala Sukha Dukkha Bhoga is happening to get the Phala going to different worlds. All of that endless thing will be projected. That is the power of mind, that is the power of Maya. Like any object in this world you take, no, you can mold any object is Mula Padartha. Mula Padartha, you can mold it to thousand things. If you take a gold, it's a Mula Tattva. The moldability in the gold is such a, with that you can make avaranas, you can make instruments, you can make weapons, you can make your own the furniture, you can make your doors, you can make so many things with the gold. Remember? That's the power in the gold to be able to be molded. So too, the power in the mind because of Maya is that it is projecting the Samashti Jagat, in that the Vyashti Jagat, and in them different layers, and in the layer the Gunas, through the Guna quality, variety of actions, just like on the theatre or cinema. So many are happening. In the dream, so many are happening. In one gold, so many things are happening. In one cotton, so many. From one earth, so many plants and so many fruits are coming. So many variety of vegetables are coming. Is it not? From the same earth, the roots are different, trunk is different, the branches are different, leaves are different, flowers are fruits. अरे इतने सारे एक ही मट्टी से आ रहे हैं. No, all of them are showing us one fact that the substratum is one, on that superimposed are many. There were manyness is superimposition. Subtraction is one without second. Getting carried away by seeing duality is delusion. Seeing the duality through that reaching to the oneness is called sadhana. Always established in the one without second is siddhi. When you reach to that siddhi, let the whole world be seen. I bring my mind out, I use my indriyas, and I myself see myself as multiplicity of the world. That's not going to bite me. It's a play, it's a leela. These are the very essential, crucial things of spirituality, in which we have to be rooted. Just imagine if I'm rooted in this basic knowledge that the entire world is in my mind, will I anymore struggle in the samsara called trying to change the outer world? Please, trying to get the world or trying to get out of the world is just like running behind mirage water. Because mirage water है ही नहीं वहाँ, outer world है ही नहीं है. Whatever is there, your own gross mind, your own mind inside, the subtle thing. If I come to this level, I wiped off all my waking problems. Nobody is a friend or enemy to me. Your behavior of insulting me or respecting me, all of them are in my own mind. If I come to this subtle level, I will no more have my vision of fighting with you because you are not there to me. And it is a possibility. This is called as evolution. This is called as transcendence. This is what becoming introverted. This is what becoming subtle. This is what meaning of getting liberated from the gross. But you don't want to get freed from the gross because in the gross world, kuch maja bhi aa raha hai. Along with maja, there is saja also. The one who lives only at the level of mind. Just imagine a state. I have become so subtle in my observation. When I see a chair or a table or a fan, all of that, they are all nothing but the indriyas bringing the perception to the mind. I am not seeing the world, I am seeing what is brought to my mind by the senses only. Where is the world, therefore? It is in my own mind, not there actually. Then what will I do? I will never try to struggle with the world. See, a person is in front of you. One thing is you can also stop seeing him totally. Another thing is one, you can see him as friend, you can see him as enemy, you can see him as relative, you can see him as भगवान himself. इतने ऑप्शंस हैं. किसमें है ये सब ऑप्शन? मन में है. मन किससे चल रहा है? उसके पीछे रहने वाला माया से. माया किसका है? भगवान. This is what we have to be rooted in that. In this knowledge, just like we are rooted now that the Dvaita Jagat is real and I am a part of it. There is always competition for me with the world. I am struggling. These are all rooted in ignorance, rooted in Maya, rooted in Moha, rooted in the deeply rooted vasanas, rooted in the habitual life of the desires and running behind it, struggling, getting, not getting. It's so rooted we are. Like the driver is rooted as driver and he is rooted in that particular route. He goes only that route in that bus. Daily, 30 years he does that only. Therefore everybody en route knows him. सब्जी वाला भी जानता है, सब्जी फेंकता है वो उस बस में ड्राइवर कंडक्टर के लिए. दूध वाला देखता है, दूध देता है. 30 साल से चल रहा है रूट. Same way from so many lives we are in this thing rooted that the Jagrat Jagat is real. So you have to change it. It takes time. You have to give. It takes effort. You have to give. Now, katam tena hi manasa vikalpamanena drishyam mano drishyam idam dvaitam sarvam manah iti pratigna tad bhave bhavatu tad abhave abhavatu manaso hi amani bhave niruddhe viveka darshana abhyasa vairagyabhyam rajvamive iva sarpe layam gate va sushupte द्वैतम न एव उपलभ्यते इति अभावात् सिद्धम द्वैतस्य असत्वम इति अर्थः. So the example is what? It is your duty job to see the rope as rope. The moment the rope is not seen, where? In my own ajnana, avidya, in my own mind. In the mind only, the same place where the rope is there, I either see the snake or I see the so many things. So many are Dvaita projected in the mind. One example. Is example. Experience में क्या है? When the mind is there in waking and dream, the world of duality is there. When the mind becomes amani bhava in the nidra, you don't see the world of me and the things which are seen. द्वैत है क्या कोई निद्रा में? नहीं है. Therefore, when the mind is there, it is there. When the mind is not there, it is not there. This is called Anvaya Vyatireka Bhava. Through that, what is concluded? Dvaitam is in the mana. Dvaitam is manaspandana. Then what is sadhana? When the manaspandana is stopped, two things will happen. One, Dvaita will go away. Second, mind also disappears. What remains is the conscious self. This is what is meditation. Now, katam punaha ayam amani bhavaha iti uchyate. Now, come to more substantial thing. What is to be achieved is liberation. Now, liberation or moksha comes only when I discover my ekameva advayam brahma anubhava. That anubhava will come when I transcend the dvaita. The dvaita transcendence will happen when we achieve amani bhava. Because when the mana is there, dvaita is there. Mana not there, dvaita not there. They will transcend or dissolve the mana, the dvaita goes away. How to do that is said. Katam punaha ayam amani bhava iti uchyate. What a beautiful discussion here. One amani bhava of the Atma Jnana, the Guru will tell, listening to that Purvapakshi says, so then that amani bhava, as you said, is achieved in the dream, sleep also. Therefore, is the sleep and Atma Anubhava are same? Then to that the Guru says, no, there is difference. In the amani bhava of the Nidra, totally the mana is not dissolved. Therefore, again the Dvaita comes, samsara comes. In the amani bhava achieved through the realization of the self, again there is no bijas are there. There is no arrival of the mind. Therefore, no more Dvaita is imagined or created. At that time, the Vasana Nirmita Satya Swikruta Dvaita will not be there. Then Vasana Rahita Upakarana Sahita Dvaita will be there for the sake of any Vyavahara if it ought to be done. Is it not? The Dvaita created by the Vasanas binds us to the Dvaita. Dvaita not because of vasana, but required for a management, required for some vyavahara, is no more a vasana nirmita, it will not bind. That is the difference between Amani Bhava achieved in the Nidra, Amani Bhava achieved by transcending the ignorance or by recognizing the conscious self. That's what will be touched from these shlokas. Very beautiful it is. Atma Satyanubodhena na sankalpayate yada amanastam tadayate grahya bhave tadagraham. Atma Satyanubodhena na sankalpayate yada amanastam tadayati grahya bhave tadagraham. See that meaning? आत्म का सत्यत्व का अनुनिरंतर बोध होने के कारण, when you are always in the atma which is satya, na sankalpayate yada, when there is no mana with its sankalpa, amanahatam tada ayati, then the amanastva happens. The atma which is sattva, when its nirantara bodha is happening, atma abodha called as avidya or maya is not there. From that only the mind came. In that mind only spandana happened. From that spandana only the dvayabhasa came. So dvayabhasa is karana, is caused by the spandana of the mana. Spandana of the mana happened because there is a mana. Mana came from the avidya. Now avidya is the avidya of the self. When the self is known, there is no avidya. When there is no avidya or maya, there is no mana. Mana hai hi nahi hai. How can there be spandana? When there is no spandana, where is dvaita abhas? That is what the point here. Atma Satyanubodhena means what? How much ever intellectually we study and are convinced about the Advaita Atma alone is real, Dvaita is unreal, you will never be certain about it till with this understanding, when the Dvaita is kept aside for the time being and through inquiry on the seat of meditation, when you reach the Sadvastu which is Atma. One that is reached, all the theory in logic, Shastra, in which we studied that whole world of Dvaita is Manaspandana is experienced. Atma Satyanubodhena. Please remember, the final traces of ignorance or avidya or jiva bhava, dehaditadatmya, dvaita prapancha, vyavahara. Final traces will go away only in the anubhava of the Atma. To get the anubhava Atma, we have to meditate. To meditate substantially, we have to get withdrawn from all that. To get withdrawn from the world, we are giving the logic. That world in which you are bound and suffering is actually not real. It is only imagination. It is a projection on the self. Self is infinite. It is blissful. Therefore, at the cost of the self, you are caught up in the Mithya Jagat so far as samsari. Now keep the Jagat with Dvaita separate away and reach to the Atma. To create in us that jnana, to mokshutva, that I must discover the self, all this is taught. And that mokshutva through dhyana, when fulfills in the experience of the self, then only the dvaita and bandhana of the dvaita goes away, not otherwise. How much ever theoretically you may study, आत्म सत्य अनुभव नहीं हुआ तो अविद्या नहीं जाएगा, मन नहीं जाएगा, स्पंदना नहीं जाएगा, द्वैत नहीं जाएगा, लड़ाइयां नहीं जाएंगे, बंधन दुख नहीं जाएगा. That is why. See, Atma Satyanubodhena na sankalpayate. Therefore, two things. By the intellectual knowledge, you will be liberated. Guru is not guaranteeing this. Second, I will practice for you the Advaita Anubhava. Therefore, you can get recognized or liberated. That guarantee also is not given. You only have to get the knowledge intellectual, and you only have to do the sadhana to reach to your own Advaita Atma. Then only you are freed from the entire Dvaita Jagat, which is just Mano Sankalpa because of Maya. Maya is not knowing of the self. So the rope is reality. Not knowing the nope is Maya or Avidya, because of which the mana only doing sankalpa of the snake and me the seer of the snake. Then I seeing the Dvaita snake, I suffer. Instead of the snake, if I see a garland or any golden ornament in the rope only, then I, the seer of the gold ornament, get attached to the gold. मैं लेके जाऊं. So in that silver example, that in the Shukti he saw silver. There is attachment to the Shukti because it is taken as silver. In the example of snake, there is a fear and awareness, aversion. So examples are two, but the point is same. What is what? You get raga to the silver, you get desha or bhaya because the snake. Both of them are not real. In the shell, the silver is not there. In the rope, the snake is not there. In the absence of the knowledge of rope as rope, you imagine snake. So too, when you know the rope as rope, the snake will not be there. Fear of the snake will not be there. In the apprehension of this shell as the shell, there is no silver, there is no attachment to the silver. So too, in the absence of the knowledge of the self, the one part of the world is appearing as good, beautiful. Another part, first world is appearing, then one part is good, another is bad. Good you are liking, bad you are disliking. Towards that you are running. To be away from this you are running away. This is how samsara. Till the self is known, remember, samsara will not go away. आत्मसत्यानुबोधेन एव न संकल्पयते यदा अमनस्ताम तदा याति grahya bhave tadagraham. Some more things are there in this, very beautiful. We will study them tomorrow. One day, I don't know which is the day, we will have a little interactive question answer session also. I feel this topic needs some discussion, question answer. You keep writing them, whichever you have. Maybe today is Sunday, after 3 or 4 days, when this topic is over, Wednesday or Thursday most probably, I'll give you 10-15 minutes to ask question. We will do it only in Skype, not in YouTube. उसको बंद करके हम करेंगे. Now we'll stop here. Same sloka. आत्मसत्यानुबोधेन न संकल्पयते यदा अमनस्तां तदा याति ग्राह्या भावे तदग्रहम्. आत्मसत्यानुबोधेन न संकल्पयते यदा अमनस्तां तदा याति ग्राह्या भावे तदग्रहम्. आत्मसत्यानुबोधेन न संकल्पयते यदा अमनस्तां तदा याति ग्राह्या भावे तदग्रहम्. आत्मसत्यानुबोधेन न संकल्पयते यदा अमनस्तां तदा याति ग्राह्या भावे तदग्रहम्. आत्मसत्यानुबोधेन न संकल्पयते यदा अमनस्तां तदा याति ग्राह्या भावे तदग्रहम्. आत्मसत्यानुबोधेन न संकल्पयते यदा अमनस्तां तदा याति ग्राह्या भावे तदग्रहम्. आत्मसत्यानुबोधेन न संकल्पयते यदा अमनस्तां तदा याति ग्राह्या भावे तदग्रहम्. आत्मसत्यानुबोधेन न संकल्पयते यदा अमनस्तां तदा याति ग्राह्या भावे तदग्रहम्. आत्मसत्यानुबोधेन न संकल्पयते यदा अमनस्तां तदा याति ग्राह्या भावे तदग्रहम्. I know what we are listening is understood by only 5% by us. 95% to be understood. But a beginning has happened. At least some words are heard by us. Atma is Advaita. The Jagat is Dvaita. Jagat Dvaita is imposed on Advaita Atma. The Karana is the Maya. Maya's effect is Mana. Sankalpa or Spandana in the Mana, either because of Indriyas or because of the Vasanas. At least these words are heard. More you listen and think, more spashtata will come. It's like a distant place or object. When you are such a distant way, obviously the vision will be vague. As you consistently travel, slowly the distance is reduced. The conspicuousness of the object is felt or revealed. Is it not? उत्तरे दूर पे मंदिर है. अब धीरे धीरे जाते रहो, पास में दिखने लगता है. Same way, we are Dura, but we have started traveling. Slowly it gets revealed. When we get that Sattva Guna of the Buddhi, when the Mana is in the control, when we have good bhava toward the Shastra and the desire in us to study, and with the purest mind, word to word, when we understand and feel it, slowly the understanding definitely will come. The Lord and Guru and Shruti Mata, which brought us up to this level, will definitely take to the next level of clear understanding, authentic understanding, deeper understanding, leading to conviction, inspiring us to do sadhana, giving us consistency in sadhana, and also experience. Everyone will have no doubt about it. Tathastu. This way, Om, 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 Om. Omkara Charana, we should do it more meditatively, but academically we are doing now, those days also will come. What is required is one is Sankalpa, and second, the consistency of whatever small little we are doing. That Sankalpa, I want to know the self, and consistency in whatever we do, that alone will bring the opportunities and keeps on molding us. Have Shraddha in that. In our morning class today, the thought we discussed was of the art. Which art we saw today? Every day one thought the Lord, the Gurudev is giving us, which is so helpful, so sublime, so subtler. All that put together. Why we are discussing that also, should have only stopped at Upanishad level. No, we have to add it to our life. These beauties also, which become asset for our sadhana. Vedita kila shastra sudha jalade. The beautiful thoughts of you should be ready to get guided, get molded, get inspired, get tuned, get encouraged, get empowered. Don't be egoistic. Don't be satisfied with the mere level of very lowest life. Be in that unda feeling. Don't have any differentiation about the persons or the situations which are guiding us. It can be children, it can be elderly, it can be of our group or category, may not be that. How does it matter? We must be guided. You must get guided. And as I said, most important thought is there's no second purpose for us of coming as a human being other than we have to evolve. That evolutionary process, when we aim at it, keep on getting guidance. Guidance in all aspects. In the spiritual aspects, guidance about Tattva Jnana, guidance about the Bhakti, guidance about Karma Yoga, guidance about Ashtanga Yoga, guidance about where are we going wrong, guidance about how to correct them. So to in the Vyavahar also, get guided. In Vyavarika Jivana, get guided about your own, the skills regarding your own professions. Don't be in that cocooned ego level. Whatever I know is sufficient. I don't want to improve myself. Even if I want, I will not listen from that person, this person. These are all nonsensical. Transcend that, get guided. That was the thought today. Sarvam Gurudeva Arpanam. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate. Purnasa Purnamadaya. Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Sri Guru Bhyo Namaha. Paramarshibhyo Namaha. Parabrahmane Namaha. Shrutimatre Namaha. Om Tatsat. Brahmarapnamastu. Vandukamarshi. Godapadacharya Varyaya. Adya Shankara Sadgurave Asmat Gurubhyo Namaha. Mandukya Upanishad continue tomorrow. Let's enter into the Parayanam of our, as we do every day, the Prashna Upanishad. First Prashna with all those 16 mantras with Bhashya, we did Parayanam. Today we'll start the second Prashna. First, the Parayana of all the mantras and second Prashna, which are 13 in number, then 1 or 2 or 3 Bhashya. ओम श्रुतिमातुः समस्त ऋषिमुनि गुरुदेवतानां कृपा कटाक्ष सिद्धि द्वारा अस्मिन् जन्मनि एव समस्त शास्त्रोक्ता ब्रह्मात्मैक्यानुभव सिद्ध्यर्थो सनातन वैदिक संस्कृतेः विश्वव्याप्त प्रचारार्थं च समस्त जनानां हृदये आत्मज्ञान निष्ठा प्राप्त्यर्थं च सौभ्रातृत्व सामरस्व प्राप्त्यर्थं च सकल कलिदोष निर्मूलनार्थं च अस्यां शुभतिथौ श्री अथर्ववेदांतर्गत मंत्रभागांतर्गत प्रश्न उपनिषदः श्री आद्य शंकराचार्य भाष्य समेत पारायणं वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे। अथ शांति मंत्रः ओम भद्रं कर्णेभिः शृणुयाम देवाः भद्रं पश्येमाक्षभिर्यत्राः स्थिरैरङ्गैः स्तुष्ट्वागंसस्तनूभिः व्यशेम देवैतञ्यदायुः स्वस्ति न इन्द्रो वृद्धश्रवाः स्वस्ति नः पूषा विश्ववेदाः स्वस्ति नस्तार्क्ष्यो अरिष्टनेमिः स्वस्ति नो बृहस्पतिर्दधातु ओम शांति शांति शांतिः। ओम अथ द्वितीयः प्रश्नः ओम अथ हैनं भार्गवो वैदर्भिः पप्रच्छ भगवन् कत्येव देवाः प्रजां विधारयन्ते कतर एतत् प्रकाशयन्ते कः पुनः येषां वरिष्ठः इति तस्मै स होवाच आकाशो हवा एष देवः वायुः अग्निः आपः पृथिवी वाक् मनः चक्षुः श्रोत्रं च ते प्रकाश्य अभिवदन्ति वयम् एतत् बाणमवष्टभ्य विधारयामः तान् वरिष्ठः प्राण उवाच मामोहमापद्यथ अहमेव एतत् पञ्चधा आत्मानं प्रविभज्य एतत् बाणमवष्टभ्य विधारयामि इति ते अश्रद्धधाना बभूवुः सो अभिमानात् ऊर्ध्वम् उत्क्रमते इव तस्मिन् उत्क्रमति अथ इतरे सर्वे एव उत्क्रामन्ते तस्मिंश्च प्रतिष्ठमाने सर्वे एव प्रातिष्ठन्ते तद् यथा मक्षिका मधुकरराजानम् उत्क्रामन्तं सर्वा एव उत्क्रामन्ते तस्मिंश्च प्रतिष्ठमाने सर्वा एव प्रातिष्ठन्ते एवं वाङ्मनः चक्षुः श्रोत्रं च ते प्रीताः प्राणं स्तुन्वन्ते येषोऽग्निस्तपत्येष सूर्यः एष पर्जन्यो भगवान् एष वायुः एषः पृथिवीरयिर्देवः सत् असच्च अमृतं च यतो अरा इव रथनाभौ प्राणे सर्वं प्रतिष्ठितो रुचो यजुगुंषि सामाने यज्ञः क्षत्रं ब्रह्म च प्रजापतिश्च रसिगर्भे त्वमेव प्रतिजायसे तुभ्यं प्राणप्रजास्तिमाः बलिं हरन्ति यः प्राणैः प्रतितिष्ठसि देवानाम् असि वह्नितमः पितॄणां प्रथमा स्वधा ऋषीणां चरितं सत्यम् अथर्वाङ्गिरसामसे इन्द्रस्त्वं प्राणः तेजसा रुद्रोऽसि परिरक्षिता त्वमन्तरिक्षे चरसि सूर्यस्त्वं ज्योतिषां पतिः यदा त्वम् अभिवर्षसि अथ इमाः प्राणते प्रजाः आनन्दरूपास्तिष्ठन्ति कामाय अन्नं भविष्यतीति व्रात्यस्त्वं प्राणः एकर्षिः अत्ता विश्वस्य सत्पतिः वयम् आद्यस्य दातारः पिता त्वं मातरिश्वनः या ते तनोर्वाचि प्रतिष्ठिता या श्रोत्रे या च चक्षुषी या च मनसि सन्तता शिवां तां कुरु मा उत्क्रमीः प्राणस्येदं वशे सर्वं त्रिदिवे यत् प्रतिष्ठितं मा ते पुत्रान् रक्षस्व श्रीश्च प्रज्ञाञ्च विधेहि नः इति द्वितीय प्रश्न समाप्त भाष्य समेत अनुबंध संबंध भाष्यम द्वितीय प्रश्नस्य प्राणः अत्ता प्रजापतिः इति उक्तम् तस्य प्रजापतित्वम् अतृत्वं च अस्मिन् शरीरे अवधारयितव्यम् इति अयं प्रश्नः आरभ्यते मंत्रः अतः इनं भार्गवो वैदर्भिः पप्रच्छ भगवन् कत्येव देवाः प्रजां विधारयन्ते कतर एतत् प्रकाशयन्ते कः पुनः येषां वरिष्ठः इति अतः इनं भार्गवो वैदर्भिः पप्रच्छ भगवन् कत्येव देवाः प्रजां विधारयन्ते कतर एतत् प्रकाशयन्ते कः पुनः येषां वरिष्ठः इति भाष्यम् अतः एनं भार्गवः वैदर्भी पप्रच्छ हे भगवन् कति एव देवाः प्रजां विधारयन्ते कतर एतत् प्रकाशयन्ते कः पुनः येषां वरिष्ठः इति भाष्यम् अथ अनन्तरं ह किल एनं भार्गवः वैदर्भिः पप्रच्छ हे भगवन् कति एव देवाः प्रजां शरीरलक्षणां विधारयन्ते विशेषेण धारयन्ते कतरे बुद्धि इंद्रिय कर्म इंद्रिय विभक्तानाम एतत् प्रकाशनं स्वमाहात्म्य प्रख्यापनं प्रकाशयन्ते कः असौ पुनः येषां वरिष्ठः प्रधानः कार्यकरणलक्षणानाम् इति अवतारिका एवं पृष्ठवते मंत्रः तस्मै सहोवाच आकाशो हवा एष देवः वायुः अग्निः आपः पृथिवी वाङ्मनश्चक्षुश्रोत्रं च ते प्रकाश्य अभिवदन्ति वयमेतद्बाणमवष्टभ्य विधारयामः। तस्मै सहोवाच आकाशो हवा एष देवः वायुरग्निरापः पृथिवी वाङ्मनश्चक्षुश्रोत्रं च ते प्रकाश्य अभिवदन्ति वयमेतद्बाणमवष्टभ्य विधारयामः। तस्मै सः उवाच आकाशः वा एषः देवः वायुः अग्निः आपः पृथिवी वाक् मनः चक्षुः श्रोत्रं च ते प्रकाश्य अभिवदन्ति वयम् एतद्बाणमवष्टभ्य विधारयामः। भाष्यं तस्मै सः उवाच आकाशो ह वै एषः देवः वायुः अग्निः आपः पृथिवी इति एतानि पञ्चमहाभूतानि शरीरारम्भकाणि वाक् मनः चक्षुः श्रोत्रम् इत्यादीनि कर्मेन्द्रिय बुद्धीन्द्रियाणि च ते कार्यलक्षणाः करणलक्षणा च ते देवाः आत्मनः माहात्म्यं प्रकाश्य अभिवदन्ति स्पर्धमानाः अहं श्रेष्ठतायै। कथं वदन्ते वयम् एतद् बाणं कार्यकरणसङ्घातम् अवष्टभ्य प्रासादम् इव स्तम्भादयः अविशिथिलीकृत्य विधारयामः विस्पष्टं धारयामः। मया एव एकेन अयं सङ्घातः ध्रियते इति एकैकस्य अभिप्रायः। मन्त्रः तान् वरिष्ठः प्राण उवाच मा मोहमापद्यथ अहम् एव एतत् पञ्चधा आत्मानं प्रविभज्य एतद्बाणमवष्टभ्य विधारयामि इति ते अश्रद्धधाना बभूवुः। तान् वरिष्ठः प्राण उवाच मा मोहमापद्यथ अहमेव एतत् पञ्चधा आत्मानं प्रविभज्य एतद्बाणमवष्टभ्य विधारयामि इति ते अश्रद्धधाना बभूवुः। तान् वरिष्ठः प्राणः उवाच मा मोहमापद्यथ अहमेव एतत् पञ्चधा आत्मानं प्रविभज्य एतद् बाणमवष्टभ्य विधारयामि इति ते अश्रद्धधाना बभूवुः। भाष्यं तान् एवम् अभिमानवतः परिष्टः मुख्यः प्राणः उवाच उक्तवान् मा मा एवं मोहमापद्यथ अविवेकतया अभिमानं मा कुरुत यस्माद् अहमेव एतद् बाणम् अवष्टभ्य विधारयामि पञ्चधा आत्मानं प्रविभज्य प्राणादिवृत्तिभेदं स्वस्य कृत्वा विधारयामि इति उक्तवती च तस्मिन् ते अश्रद्धधानाः अप्रत्ययवन्तः बभूवुः। कथम् एतद् एवम् इति श्वः पश्यामः एतत् सर्वम्। ओम शांति शांति शांति। हरि ओम। धन्यवाद। हरि ओम। ओम समस्त देवताभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो नमः। ओम श्रुतिमात्रे नमः। सद्गुरुभ्यो नमो नमः। See you tomorrow. Hari Om. 3 mantras we started. 30